Have you guys ever been in a helicopter? You know what? Let me rephrase that. Have you guys almost missed your flights? No. Have you guys been to Vegas? Yeah, buddy. What a great time. The perfect time to bring a great phone with you. With the best camera on the market and insane battery life. At least that was my experience. This has to be the best phone in terms of battery life. This isn't like any other review out there. When I review phones, I review phones. I also somehow have a horseshoe up my you-know-what. Apparently, we were about to meet Neo. This is honestly one of the coolest videos we've ever made. So watch the whole thing, subscribe if you can. We're trying to hit a milli, baby.
Who made the best phone this year? I would say Samsung until I tested this Vivo.
The only thing that sucks about Vivo phones is that they're so hard to get a hold of in countries like the UK, US, Canada. So I'm trying to find out how can I get my hands on one. I think I've found a website that will allow me to buy one. Look, it's currently December 5th. I'm gonna try to buy it and see how long it takes to get. This looks so freaking mint. I mean, the whole camera system. It is Friday. I'm kind of stressed. I just need to get some work done before we leave to Vegas. Making sure all the content is planned and everything is good. It's just running, like in my mind, trying to figure out how to make content better and make sure you guys enjoy this stuff. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. By the way, I really like the always on display on this one. It's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for
So close. It's like that in the mode. Hi, incredible.
Highly unusual.
Departure going to be taking a stop at the de-ice bay, and they'll take care of that. We're on our way.
Well, the detail and that's insane. Absolutely insane.
Look at that.
That is insane.
And it's like, look at here.
That is insane.
It's barely breaking. It's crazy.
January 5th, the day we left for Vegas. You know, there's nothing that gives me more peace of mind than traveling with a phone that has great battery life. And I mean this. I usually listen to a lot of music on short flights. I think just music with airplane mode on will eat about 10% on a phone like this, considering you're doing that for a couple of hours and maybe taking a few pictures, especially while landing. By the way, the fact that out of the box the phone comes with a case, I'm not name dropping, but some companies should take notes. This is actually really good. The one thing you guys must know, okay, is that, look, because I switched from the Oppo X8 to this phone a few weeks before leaving to Vegas, there's one thing you should know about Origin OS. And yes, this is a Chinese ROM, which is what I'm currently using. This means that when I got this phone, I needed to install the Play Store. So I had to watch a video about enabling Google Play services on it. You know, I wasn't expecting this, but you learn and you live. I legit had to input Mandarin characters, and the other thing that I really needed was the Google keyboard. From there, you know, I pretty much just downloaded everything I needed. It took me a bit of time to get used to Origin OS, but by the time I was leaving to Vegas, I was already very familiar with it. And also very familiar with how Air Canada delays flights. I had arrived to Denver late and we had a connection flight boarding at 12:35.
We're boarding right now.
Bro, let's say how about I'm about to miss my flight.
So much. Were you on the see? Why not?
1 minute more? Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
My second flight was much better. I had actually discovered this weird bug on Netflix with orientation mode activated. If I would click on the volume at 180 degrees, it would shut off the phone. But if I would click the volume at minus 180 degrees, it would actually raise the volume. Weird, but anyways, as a content consumption screen, okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. The contrast is just right, the colors are very vivid, it's plenty bright, I absolutely love it. As the flight went by, 2 hours later, we had landed in Vegas. I didn't think I would make it on time, but look, Jan and I absolutely love this place. We come every year for CES, and this year is our third CES. And this year, I really wanted to share it with you because honestly, it was absolutely crazy.
You think it's my ID though?
But you used the same email as last year, huh?
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an issue. I'm currently trying to register for CES again. I'm hotspotting it with the Oppo phone just on the computer because I feel like on mobile the website's just lagging, but it's the same issue. I can't figure it out. Jan got his badge and I can't get my badge. It's so annoying.
Welcome. If I could get a photo ID, is it
Yes.
just one room?
We have 2 rooms.
Just one person?
Because of the windows, I think the windows are gold.
So it turns out that I'm in Vegas and we just missed our flight. You guys see what stress does to you? The man actually doesn't even remember if he missed this flight or not. Obviously, I didn't. Not from Montreal to Denver, from Denver to Las Vegas. We were so close. I'm excited to see my stress levels. Currently catching up. Data is sinking. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's not even funny. Those are my stress levels when we were about to miss a plane. Yo, so apparently Cristiano Ronaldo uses this. I'm a Messi fan, but I'm gonna wear this for a month and just see how it goes. Let me quickly bring you back to about a month ago when I decided to buy a Whoop band. I wasn't expecting Whoop to be a sponsor of the channel. In fact, they reached out post CES. Originally, the reason I got this is because I've been wanting to track my sleep, stress, and my overall health. And with all the traveling I've been doing, I know I've been onto some of the worst habits, which is why I originally had gotten this before CES. With Vegas coming up, I knew I was about to experience countless sleepless nights, long days of shooting, some drinking. So Whoop was going to hold me accountable or at least remind me of how bad I've been treating my body. Since I've got this, I've been wearing this 24/7. It's slim, lightweight. I've hardly ever noticed it's even on. The overall hardware of this is quite simple with its stretchy band material and their clasp. I sleep well with it because of the flat top. I also shower with it because it's fully waterproof, and to charge it, I don't need to take it off because of the charging dongle. Now, if you're anything like me, and you are obsessed with data, this gets really interesting. The more I've worn and trained it by entering my journal entries, the more it just knows me, which in return it means the better the data and more accurate the reports it generates each month. Like I said, for me it's all about sleep and stress. How much have I been actually sleeping? How's my time in bed? My sleep consistency, my sleep depth. I think to be able to perform at your best, sleeping properly is the #1 priority, and so is managing stress levels. You can also check out your strain and recovery graph. So when I do jiu-jitsu, this also goes hand in hand with my sleep. I just think overall, this has been the best way for me to keep track of my health because I don't have a regular life. I'm always on the move, not knowing what can happen tomorrow. So for me, Whoop, like you'll see in this video, has been really important. If you want to try it out, okay, for free guys, for 30 days, literally just use the link in the description down below. I hope it helps.
Was everything okay finally?
Yeah, it was easy to sort. Yeah, because I got to the airport and then I couldn't get my badge, so I tried to figure that out, and oh my god. So I'm still waiting for my room. We're currently in Jan's room. I don't don't think I've ever explained to you guys what we're doing here, but basically we're in CES, Las Vegas. It's a tech convention event that happens every January, every year. We got invited by Qualcomm, Asus, Eureka. So like 5 brands that we're working with. We're making content for them. And obviously, well, this is a week in the life with a Vivo phone. I have to buy this phone, but it's been absolutely great. And yes, I've been keeping track of battery life. It's 4:09. Technically, it's 6:09 Montreal time. We're at 31%. The main things I've been doing with it was literally like Spotify. I fell asleep for like 2 hours. And then on the second flight, I watched a movie the whole way through. And we're still at 31%. This has to be the best phone in terms of battery life. Yo, bro, I'm so hungry when I'm like that. This is what my battery usage has been like, actually.
Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers, fuck it, we crown shakers. Moved us out the margin, we're writing, that's how we found paper. Hustling nature since we was writing.
I had some content that I filmed prior to this trip that I needed to download from the drive. I've realized that things on Origin OS happen so smooth. It's actually a great OS. I did wish the native file system had a native way to connect to my local server at the office. It's not a big deal at all. I've been using this app with my Pixel, my Find X8, and now this. It works well, but I often wish that these Android skins had that built natively like the S25 Ultra. It just helps keeping my phone as clean as possible without too many third-party apps, which this phone loves. I'll explain later because I'm going on a helicopter.
We danced until the stars came out and spread across the sky. The wee small hours of morning.
It's currently 7:20 a.m. We're gonna go for a helicopter ride. We are going to be touring the Grand Canyon. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna be taking some pictures with the phone. Have some nice camera testing for you guys because this phone is absolutely insane. Before I do that though, I do have to post on Instagram. I've got a couple of reels going up. Some cool stuff that I've been trying. The experience posting on social media with the phone has been absolutely amazing. I think it's been the best experience I've had. I feel like networking wise, like everything is a bit snappier, a bit more receptive. The download speed seems to be better. Connectivity seems to be better. I don't know. I might be going crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and post my reels because I gotta get that done. Meet my Asus Canadian reps. They always hook me up for some crazy stuff and they knew I was filming some crazy content for this Vivo video, so they decided it was a good idea to rent a helicopter tour to take some shots, and I got some crazy shots.
I want producer credit on this. I feel like this is worth more than my life.
Let's see that.
I'll make a great thumbnail though.
Look at this, guys. Holy, the Grand Canyon. Never been here. It's so crazy. Like, what? The helicopter. So I've been thinking like so many pics, log footage, 4K 24 frames per second, just like a bunch of stuff, and my phone is still at 74%. It's 10 a.m. This is crazy, man. Like, I've been shooting log and this thing is still at 74%. And I've been using it, posting on social media. This is so nice. This is very... The only thing is that obviously the network reception here in the Grand Canyon, it's not the best. Let me see if I can make a call. Nope, I can't. Screen brightness outside like this, the scorching sun. Perfect, beautiful. I can This is great. This is a great screen. Love it. Yo, vas-y, saute. What is he doing? Which laptop is this?
This is the Z13.
Oh, this is the ROG laptop.
Yes, but this is with AMD inside the new chip. Yeah, but this is the new APU from NVIDIA. So it has GPU and CPU integrated.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. At the back you have you can see directly the motherboard, and this lights up as well.
Oh, damn.
And so you have these, and it's basically a gaming tablet. So you just take the keyboard, you remove it, and then you have a normal tablet. But then if you put it together, it's like super powerful.
Oh, that's sick.
So it's like for content creation, editing on the go, that's pretty nuts.
I'm gonna get and hope this isn't shirt.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Let me quickly show you some of the best assets I took during this ride, okay? The Vivo X200 Pro is by far the best phone when it comes to camera systems. The camera is unbelievable practically at any focal length. Of course, pictures can break depending on how much you push the envelope, but I found myself wanting to take so many more pictures with this phone. I'm always intrigued at how the post-processing is going to look like. Highlights and shadows for the most part are well managed. Contrast is great on most pictures. Colors are excellent, that's one thing I absolutely love. Even video recording at 4K at 24 frames per second without it being log is very, very good. It actually reminds me a bit of the 16 Pro Max. And then shooting log reminds me a bit of the FX3, which is just like absolutely crazy. Of course, the color science is completely different, but the shots look so smooth, it's almost cinematic. However, the camera isn't perfect, and as you might see in the next few days, it's got nothing to do with social media. I actually find taking pictures with apps like Instagram translate fairly well to the native quality of the camera. How many things did you do with your phone? You like filmed and stuff?
Yeah, I filmed a few log clips. I tried a few log clips. I took photos, a bunch of video.
And you were at 40%. Were you at 100 this morning?
Yeah.
Oh wow, 56%.
Oh,
and I did log as well.
That's really good.
Yeah, bro, 56%. Yo, I'm telling you, this phone lasts for like, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, much shopping. Morning, sir.
Hello again.
I think you love us too much.
I do. How are you guys doing?
Good, and you?
Good. My God, thousands of cars.
I know, right? What are the odds?
Small chance. I was staying, like I told you, at Le Chateau Champlain.
Yeah.
5 years, we will pass 2 years.
While waiting for Jazzy, I was just admiring this screen. The colors are just so good. This puts out up to 4,500 nits. It's honestly just plenty bright for indoor and outdoor use. The control center has an auto brightness mode, dark mode, an eye protection feature, and an adaptive color mode. The screen, being a 6.67 inches AMOLED display, has very thin bezels, and what I love about it is that it sort of curves. I've always loved that about phones. I know most of you are not fans, but I really like them.
No. I did put on some vitamin C though. Yeah. They were like, they had like 4.
Do you have like inspos where like to dress and stuff? Like,
see like the
yeah,
no, these are crazy.
These are really tough. Maybe try to size up. How much is this?
One might be 54.59.
I'm trying to get into fashion, guys, but I don't know if this is gonna happen.
Money just fall on you. Another thing I won't do. Ooh yeah, yeah. I just wanna call on you. Let me do it all for you. Can nobody
close the damage?
Depends who's asking.
See the new Moses Live app, which we also mentioned today.
So one of the brands we've been working with is Snapdragon. Snapdragon makes the chip that resides in the S25 Ultras and some of the new ARM-based laptops. And for them, really, it's all about power efficiency and AI. Like for example, using the NPU to try and eliminate as much latency as possible from analog instruments is one thing they've been working on. They also had this really cool DJ booth.
Do I get to sit here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Or do you want to film and I'll teach you how to do it, or do you want to get hands-on?
I will let you do it.
Okay, all right.
I've always wanted to learn how to make music, but look, a lot of the booths they had here showed us how the NPU can be utilized in real-world scenarios, which is what matters the most to the average consumer. When I got out of there, by the way, I saw Rick Ross in his new Revuelto, and I started getting ready for some dinners.
Just got back to the hotel. Got a few dinners tonight to attend, but our big day is gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we have so many things to shoot for so many brands here and there, run there, go there, because Vegas is just like massive. My phone's at 24%. It's 5:30 p.m. Dinner at 6:45. Then we have another one at 9. Just some stuff to attend, but yeah. Honestly, the two big things for me have been the battery life on this and just the camera. It's just absolutely exceptional. Before getting it, I've been rocking for a few weeks, right? So I've been getting rid of a lot of bloatware, especially like the last 2 weeks. I spent so much time just getting rid of so much bloatware.
Aside from that, guys, the next morning I realized how I can actually have a drawer style like home screen. For the past like few weeks, I had been complaining about it until I looked it up online. And so it is a thing with Origin OS, which is great. The only thing is that switching back and forward between these two styles sort of resets your UI, so just careful with that. It's annoying, but I also find it annoying how global search is not the best. Like if you search for the drawer feature, for example, nothing pops up. You gotta actually do all the steps to change that. And I also can't seem to get rid of Beidou, which is just another thing I hate. But the control center is clean. I got all the things I need, like my personal hotspot, battery life saver, my screen recorder, and my global search.
Morning. How are you?
Dude, what's your loop recovery this morning?
Bro, I think it's like 3 hours.
It's showing me right, dude. I'm 21%.
I went out last night. First time I drank in a bit. To be honest, I'm kind of scared to be looking at my data. Ever since I got to Vegas, I don't sleep, I'm stressed, I work too much, and I drank last night. Not looking good, bro. You know, the one thing that annoys the heck out of me is the fact that every single person that calls me, no matter where they're from, it just says that they're from the United States. It's a bad thing about the Chinese room. So often I just don't enter my calls because I don't know where people are coming from. Sometimes I don't recognize the numbers. I'm just like all over the place. That being said, today we have a big day, fam.
CES is honestly just massive. Like everywhere you want to go, you need to Uber and walk. And if you can't find something, you need to ask. That day we needed to get to a few places for a few brands. The thing about finding brands at CES is that it's not the easiest thing ever. They are everywhere, so make sure that if you do come, you find a map. The first one for us was Eureka, who sponsored our home tech video. I spent about 2.5 hours there shooting content, making sure I could deliver some photos right there and then, which is why I told Jan to take them in RAW with the Vivo and we would edit them on Lightroom with the phone. But it wasn't the easiest thing for him. He was kind of annoyed because the app wasn't too responsive when applying some edits.
Like when you see, when you're editing RAW, it like starts to fail a lot. Oh yeah. Whenever you're on Lightroom Classic, it becomes slower. Yeah.
Look, we got those edits done for them. I got all my shots for the sponsored content we had planned, and we had to quickly take another Uber to the convention center, which is another part of CES that holds a bunch of other booths, including Snapdragon's booth. I also saw the Red Bull car. Shout out to Red Bull. But essentially, we were booked for another 2 hours because Snapdragon was going to showcase us their latest tech. Of course, if you guys know me, the car was my favorite thing out of all of this.
Absolutely crazy. This is so cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yup, I got kicked out. They also had some other cool things though, like this robot who could do stuff for you. I will say that one of my favorite things about CES is meeting people, chilling with other creators, and getting invited to booths that somehow my manager manages to get me in, like NVIDIA.
All of these laptops are 5080 laptops. They're all running 1600p max settings on pretty much everything.
Okay.
Here we have Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty expansion. To me, this looks really good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not seeing like a ton of artifacting or anything like that. For people who are more sensitive, you can change that to go to quality.
NVIDIA was dope. They actually showed me around and explained the LSS4, the new GPUs, some new features they were working on. It was cool, but very controversial. And no, I'm not trying to get into it, but let's just say lots of disappointment. To be continued. Maybe I'll build a cool PC and benchmark that. That was my day at CES. I was planning some content in the car in order to potentially make an NVIDIA Shorts. I used Notion and Google Keep together when planning content on the go. You can actually save 2 apps together and add it to the home screen, so that's cool. And what I love about Android is that you can send pictures so easily and quickly to anyone. I was just giving proof to my Asus rep that we were stuck in traffic, which is why we were late to our Asus booth tour. Yeah, and by the way, the front-facing camera just not the best. Okay, so what you mean? Yeah.
That opens the whole app as opposed to like this. And that was a picture.
Yeah.
That's pretty clutch. Like I don't always need to have the whole photo app open.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like quick texting. Like
yeah, it took literally 2 seconds to
dude.
send that. John was freaking out because we're late for Asus, and I was just letting the rep know, and I just took like quick pictures, sent it right away, and he was like, wow.
How does Apple not have this?
Like Eliza, yeah. You know how the G14 we had this before, like this? But now we put it on our strict scar. The one you have, it only goes up to 4060.
Yeah.
This year, we spec'd it out to 5080.
Holy shit. There's one laptop that you guys request all the time, and that's the G14. I wanted to replace my current daily, the MacBook Pro, and see how long I can go with this as my true daily. So not like other Windows laptops, which I've used for like a month, tops 2. I really want to do a full 6 months. Preferred spec, I mean, I'm looking at an AMD based laptop, of course, with either a 4090 or a 5080 in it. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about documenting that and showing it to you guys. My favorite laptops at this booth were the Zephyrus G14 obviously, and the ROG Strix Scar 16, a laptop that is very much, okay, meant for the true gamers. The thing is equipped with an RTX 5090, 64GB of RAM, an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. The chassis, I mean, I love the backlit logo I was shown. It also has a ton of ports and an RGB underglow along the bottom. And of course, a proper keyboard with a fantastic trackpad. But what's impressive about this is how insanely easy it is to take off the backplate in order to upgrade your RAM, your M.2 and Wi-Fi card. So that's this new mechanism Asus implemented. And then a few weeks ago, Asus let me borrow their latest ZenBook A14, a video I posted very much when I was at CES. I made a bunch of content about that, and actually that giveaway ends today. Essentially though, this here is powered by the latest Snapdragon Elite chip. The chassis has been carefully redesigned for this year, featuring a material they call Ceraluminum. Ceraluminum is basically a material they developed to make it light and fingerprint as well as scratch resistant. So from the keyboard to cover plate and back plate, the entire build uses this material. It's lightweight, portable, and premium. It's literally one of the lightest laptops ever, weighing just 899 grams, and because it's powered by a Snapdragon chip, you guys all know how power efficient this can be, with Asus claiming up to 32 hours of video playback on a single charge. The last laptop I was shown was the Z13, which obviously I showed it to you guys before. This thing features a Thunderbolt port, allowing you to connect it to the ROG XG Mobile, basically a 5090 GPU to be used as an eGPU. It's also powered by an AMD Ryzen AI Max 395W processor and a Radeon 8605. This thing is literally a full gaming tablet which is portable and packs a punch. Look, overall Asus was the last brand I was visiting that day. Their CES was pretty incredible. I can't wait to see what they come up with this year. Maybe an ROG Ally X2? Definitely crossing fingers. Stop buying graphics cards. You guys gotta stop buying graphics cards. Did you guys just see that? Did y'all see? Like, you guys gotta stop buying graphics cards. You guys gotta stop buying graphics cards. Did you all see the presentation? I mean, it's literally currently 10:08. My like booth tour was at 10, but everything's so freaking far. And then I saw a BMW M5 touring and I had to stop because I really wanted to look at it. So that's why we're late. Lexar, another company we were working with. Basically, John and I were there to create some content for them. We made a few short form videos with their new tech. I think out of all of this, I'm hoping to get a few other docs for our makeover series. I did try their Lexar Professional Go Portable SSD on my Vivo, but sadly, this won't work on Android. Like, it won't record straight into it if you're filming log. It only works for iPhone. So during events like this, guys, I use Notion all the freaking time, okay? This is how I organize my work and my shots. I also use a whole lot of other apps. I mean, I'm always amazed by how much I can do at once on Android phones. I do have my animation scales set to 0.5x, which is another reason as to why everything just feels extra crispy and fast. I've read that a lot of people find Origin OS a lot smoother and stable than One UI, so food for thought. However, I hate the fact that Android Auto is not supported. That just kills my vibes. And my manager Jake calling me. No, I'm joking. Love you, Jake. Why for what? Okay, I'll try to come. Yeah, do Lexar. Sort things on Lexar, edit pictures, bang that out. Bro, we haven't eaten. Bro, we haven't had breakfast in me, bro. I just want to eat, bro. I just want my eggs. I want my eggs. Yeah, John and I hadn't had breakfast for the past like 3 days. As you can see, it's a lot of like going to places, lots of meeting people, brands. At least I don't have to stress about my battery life throughout the day. This is literally hands down the best phone I've had in terms of battery life. Regardless, I really think we overscheduled ourselves this year. The cool thing though is that this allows you to meet cool brands, like for example, ARM, a brand who sponsors Aston Martin and a brand that's responsible for practically most of the chips in our devices. Let me fill you guys in a secret. The only reason I came here is because we're trying to get another F1 team to send us to F1, like paddock access, full access, so we can make a movie. That's what we want. F1 movie part 2. The first one got like 1 million views. If they give me another chance, I can make a movie.
I melt in your hands, soaked in sweat when we dance. I fall to my knees, baby. Wanna get you alone, I'm not ready to ignite. I want us to go on now.
At this point, according to my Whoop, I was basically dying. I always check the app just to see how I'm doing, and I also check it to see how my battery life is doing. Honestly, not bad in terms of battery life, considering that I charged it on Sunday morning before leaving. And then we were off again to the convention center to visit Sony.
Anything you want to say to the vlog? This here is,
all right, so,
and I'm going to give it away.
I was here before the Andres 1 million plaque. Yes.
Yes.
I'm an OG.
Jake, anything you want to say to the vlog?
No. The boys.
And here is where our CES took a weird turn.
Okay.
How you doing, man? Well, you're gonna come to China, see us.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
So, meet Richard, a guy we met at a club the night before. You see, Richard loves the paparazzi, so much that he told us to stick around. Apparently, we were about to meet Neo, who's friends with him. I don't even know what we're doing. We came for Sony and yeah. And then we also met Black China. To be honest, John and I love doing these weird side quests when we can. Look, I was even trying to make conversation with the group. How's Super Bowl? That's cool?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yes, I attended.
I don't even know why I asked that. Anyways, turns out this guy had a whole booth there.
I said, where's my booth?
have no idea.
With a bunch of musicians, superstars, athletes. I think he was trying to give Neo a whole present. We ended up staying for a bit, you know, out of respect. I think it was nice of them to let us into their circle, but I had originally come here for Sony, so we had a whole booth to catch. Sony gave me a whole tour of their booth. Every year my rep just hooks me up and gives me a nice tour. I got to see a bunch of cool things, but there's this one thing they wanted us to try, and it was this whole The Last of Us experience. It was like a simulator with a bunch of Sony tech, a bit like VR meets the real world. But you see, John and I, we don't really do well with scary things, so we were glad that we were able to come up with an excuse to not go in.
Will you guys be able to come back in a little bit?
What time is it?
15 minutes.
Yeah? Yeah, we might not be able to. That's okay. No! No!
But hey, you know me, I'm always down for a car. Look, when we got out of there, it was 4 p.m. I was already super tired, but I had a lot of emails to answer, a lot of content to edit. Jan and I were about to have a bit of a long evening.
I absolutely love this. This is great. You click on it, then you do, I don't know, you can go and recognize text, then you do extract that text. It does it by the cloud. Anyways, I love this stuff. This is so good. And then just whatever, use it on my Keeps app. The only struggle I'll have forever, because I'm using a MacBook. Most of the time I use MacBooks as my laptop. The fact that, as you know, I can't really airdrop stuff. So what I usually do is that if I can grab my content right here, I usually just drag this into Google Drive and then download it on the phone. Okay, no, it's not really the most efficient thing in the world, but I have them right here. I can download this from the drive to my device. It works for me. This is just literally the way I do things because I use MacBooks and Android devices together. So yeah.
So we worked for a while until it was time to get ready. Ready for 50 Cent. Yeah, you heard me. 50 Cent.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the fucks I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a fuck, that's what they don't understand. I'm back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did the shit by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion, fuck all them feelings. I throw all my pain on percussion. Shit is disgusting. I hear them bragging about shit that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you on my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, show mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We went out till late last night. We are not feeling good. No.
Boys, I don't know where I found it in me to keep filming, but somehow I just kept documenting that day. My earbuds of choice for the most part, okay, not always. Bose Open Earbuds Ultra. I haven't had a single hiccups with connectivity with them or this phone. For me, Bluetooth with this phone has been fantastic. You know, a lot of the UI features in the control center remind me of iOS, except the ability of controlling multiple audio sources together. I still don't know why iOS doesn't have that. I love that I can just control my alarm if I need to, which was super useful for this trip. And if you want to put your phone on loud, vibrate or mute it, there's this little icon for it. Oh, and by the way, in the airport, I discovered this super audio feature. To be honest, I haven't used it yet, so if you guys know anything about it, let me know.
There's a lot of DIY stuff that I wanted to do.
The next day, I got to the office. I was dead tired, really, stills. I ran a quick charging test with its own fast charger, and from 1% at 4:17 p.m. to about 5 p.m., it charged till 58%. It's funny because that morning when I got to the office, I had about 20% left on my phone, and with that, I was able to talk on the phone for a while, start sorting some of the pictures I took in Vegas. I literally had to transfer like 218 assets to my network server. I think 7 gigabytes took about 10 minutes to transfer for Wi-Fi. Anyways, I worked the rest of the day till like 5 p.m. when I had to get back home. It was my friend's birthday, and I decided to get him a little gift.
As a tech YouTuber, I give tech gifts. Yeah, how ironic. My Whoop band is catching up, loading. Finally, some proper sleep. Yes, sir. Today is Saturday, so I'm not gonna be filming too much because Saturday is like my off day. The only thing I don't like about the camera system is the front-facing camera. Like, the selfies are completely off. The colors just don't make sense. It's kind of really weird. It has this like haze to it. I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan, which is super weird because the camera system on this phone is just fantastic. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm so freaking annoyed. My Whoop watch got stuck to like this sort of fence, and look at what it did. I am so annoyed.
Found myself in a cardboard box, feelings in deep down.
Sunday, Monday. I am still jet lagged, tired. It's been a rough like 2-3 days from Vegas. I don't know why these trips hit me so much.
I've been on go mode, show mode.
I know this video is a week in the life. I do want to round off my thoughts with it. The biggest thing I realized while using this phone is that it's a phone that's not too bulky. It's not heavy. It feels smaller than the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the S24 Ultra. I really like that. The one thing that really annoyed me at the beginning was that I have Gboard now, and it has this security feature where you have to disable the secured keyboard, because every time you input your passwords, there would be another keyboard that would like pop up. So that's one thing that was annoying. The second thing is that settings, it's not the best. Like, finding settings in global search is not the easiest thing. I also don't use Vivo accounts and apps at all. I don't use those. I'm in North America. A lot of those tend to be in Mandarin, and their services are provided in Asia. We don't have those things here. You also get a lot of bloatware that you have to get rid of at the beginning. Origin OS has so much freaking bloatware, and there's so many like third-party apps that try to do everything for you. Like, for example, the customization of the phone, like if you want the apps to look a certain way and the themes and all that, even like editing an image, all that is like a third-party software that works with the OS, and you have to download it. It's kind of annoying. And also, third-party launchers with Origin OS just don't work. Like, Nova Launcher just doesn't work very well at all, so that's something I recommend not using or trying to use. Other than that, I mean, me in Canada, reception wise, it has been absolutely amazing. I was in the States as well, in Vegas. It was perfect, nothing wrong with the phone. Reception was good. It's been magnificent. Battery life, I think this is the best phone I've had in terms of battery life. It is absolutely amazing. It's a tank. When I was away, I wasn't stressed about battery at all. Like, sometimes I wouldn't charge it or whatever, and I was just like, yo, this phone's just gonna go and go for days. So that was really good. The processor on this phone, the MediaTek processor, is amazing. I haven't encountered any lag or any sort of weird stuff happening. Obviously, sometimes Android apps aren't optimized as well as they are for iOS, but in terms of usability, the UX, UI, like the whole phone is just so freaking smooth. So the Vivo X200 Pro has been an amazing experience. I've absolutely loved owning it. It's been amazing. The only reason as to why I would change is mainly because Android Auto. So it doesn't support Android Auto. It really sucks. Even though this has, like, for me personally, I think it has the best camera system I've tried up to now. Overall, it's honestly, I give it a 9 out of 10. That being said, honestly, I'm gonna close up the week here. very happy. I'm gonna keep using it. And I'm leaving to Samsung Unpacked in literally 7 days. So that's gonna be exciting. Hope you guys like these videos. They are super hard to make and very time consuming. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like and subscribe. I will see you guys all soon. Take care.
Oh, I'm so tired.